Who is my favorite actor? I have several, but the one that springs to mind right now is a guy named Stephen McHattie. I had the pleasure of being an electric on a movie that he was in, and I got to see him work on set. And I became an instant fan, not only because of he's got gravitas. He's very grounded. He's very authentic, and he's magnetic. He's got a magnetic energy about him, and he was the one that I saw in action where the rule of less is more came into action, because he just stood there present and engaging with his other actors, and he was amazing. It was like going to film school. And there was so I'm a big fan of his just because of his work that he does. It's phenomenal. What I saw Stephen do was he was stock still and present and grounded in his scene, and the actors he was working against, they were how can I say it, acting really hard and fast, and they were very expressive in their face and gestures, and he just stood there and he was engaged with them and taking it in, and just very little reaction, which caused the eye to go right to him, because that was he was taking everything in, but he didn't look like he was being acty. He was just being affected by what they were doing, and he was just making choices. So when he stood still, you knew some deep turmoil was happening, because he was just there. And it's true what they say, it's all in the eyes for the camera, and film and TV, it's all in the eyes, and that's what Stephen McHattie was doing. He was just giving eyes, and just the little squints and stuff. It was just, I was so glad I got to see it firsthand and watch a pro work. And how he used the set. He knew where he was, he knew where the camera was, he knew what the camera was doing, and he knew if he turned that way, it meant something, and if he looked this way, that one. If he stood in the half light, it looked something, and if he stood in the full light, it was something else. So he just totally, just a master of his craft. He just lean in and out of shadow and use that to his advantage. And that's just comes with knowledge and awareness, and he had it all. Difference between reacting and doing it all in the eyes is like somebody says that they don't like my salad, and that's very expressive. And here's someone who says, I don't like your salad. Just very simple little things like that.
And what would be actory?
My salad. Over the top. My salad.